Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's Charlotte Thornton, the career mentor for actors, with another Mindset Mini this Monday. And I thought I would do one today on something that I use with my clients called the Book of Proof. Now, the Book of Proof, as the name probably suggests, is a book of proof where you collect all the things that make you feel good and believe in yourself as an actor. For example, way back in the day when I was single and I had my own flat, I had a corridor. Lots of people have corridors, but in my corridor there were posters on the wall. I've got some here in my office now, but not in the house. But then I could have it in the house. I didn't have my own office then, and so I had a corridor, literally the poster of every single show, film, short film, play, anything that I'd been in was in this corridor. And I used to walk along that corridor and just be reminded of all the shows I've been a part of and all the experience I'd gathered. And it reinforced my identity as an actor, inspired me to continue, and made me feel like I'd already achieved, a substantial amount, even though a big chunk of those for a long time were, fringe shows and so forth. So that was sort of like my corridor of proof. And I want you to create something similar. Now, it could be a vision board, but what I like about a book of proof is that I consider it the well that we drink from when we are feeling thirsty, in terms of those times in our career where we don't feel so buoyant. When we're working, we can feel buoyant. When we just got a good review or good feedback from a teacher, we feel buoyant. And then that passes and we have a dip. And so what I'm suggesting is that when those positive things are happening, you collect them somewhere in a beautiful book, those comments that the teacher said or the feedback from that casting director. You put those comments in a book just for you. And when you have those moments where you sort of feel like, I don't feel like an actor, I don't feel like I'm achieving anything, because your brain has started to skewer the data and to look for negative, look for problems, and to remember the past differently to how it is. And so the book of proof allows you to go back and just fill back up that feeling, get back in touch with that feeling of identifying as an actor, identifying as a good actor and as a successful one. And so I think it's really important, because it's very easy just to leave these things to chance. I just hope I'll be inspired. I hope I will continue with my belief, when really we want to have a system in place. So it's sort of a belts and braces. I was talking to another client who said, yeah, it's a bit like your immunity. When you start to get a bit low, maybe sort of things aren't happening as you'd like them to work-wise, the negative thinking ramps back up, a bit like when your immunity's low, any kind of lingering illnesses sort of creep back up. If you get mouth ulcers, or if there's something that's your reoccurring, I know I'm tired, or I know I'm stressed, I'm starting to get ill, whatever that thing, the voice starts to go, whatever it is, that little sign the body says, your immunity's not that great, and maybe you take some extra vitamins. Yeah, great to get your vitamins from food, but sometimes we need extra. And so this is like our vitamin boost. It's a place where we go, yeah, it'd be lovely to be getting this from our own internal belief. But we know that's not consistent, because nothing in life is constant, particularly. We've got ebbs and flows and seasons and so forth. So what we're doing is taking back the power of evening out those ebbs and flows. So not being sort of like just going with the flow to such an extent that we're bashed from pillar to post. We go, yeah, I take the highs. And then when there's a bit of a low, I've got my book of proof. I go back there and I drink in all the positive things that other people have said, or even about myself. You can put in your own achievements, things that you're proud of. It doesn't have to be shared with anybody. So things that you're secretly really proud of that you've achieved, that may not be what the world deems successful, because sometimes that can be the old mindset, which is money, status, ego. And sometimes success is changing a habit, changing a thought pattern, building back a relationship that looked like, it wasn't working. This staying somewhere that was difficult, pushing through those uncomfortable things. So just be a way of really collating things that you're proud of, so that when you read it, you remember and you a professional, successful actor. Because what all these mindset minis are about, when we create the mindset of professional, successful actor, we act from that place, we speak from that place, and we go out with this sense of self-belief that other people find really attractive and empowering for us. So it smooths out the highs and the lows where we just leave it to chance. Don't leave it to chance. Grab the reins, get your book of proof, and start to look back. What did people say? When I felt really good and when I felt really successful or really productive or whatever it was, what was going on? Can I capture any of that in the book? And it may be photographs, flyers, might be things like that, as well as comments that you heard, just orally, and then comments that have come on email. Get them in there, capture it. Yeah, just to feed you in those lower times. So it's the well we drink from, or our multivitamin, depending on how you want to think about it. But I call it your book of proof, because the belief system is constantly looking for proof to back up the beliefs. And so this is proof that will back up the belief that you've got this, and you have got this. Have a fantastic week. I'll see you next Monday. Bye.